Minnesota Fighting Vikings defense was one of the worst in the National Football League in 2020, even though Mike Zimmer's never had a bad defense. Well, you got one now, buddy. One of the reasons why, of course, is injuries, but also the opt-out of nose tackle Michael Pierce. It's a big reason why the Vikings ended up 27th in the league against the run. And Michael Pierce coming over from Baltimore as a free agent. Linval Joseph replacement. Pat Williams 2.0. Woo! Let's go. 3-year, $27 million deal. Going to get after it. Going to two-gap. Going to plug things up in the middle. Love to see it, right? And then the Rona impacted the season, and Pierce, who does suffer from asthma, took a high-risk opt-out, the $350K, and chose not to play the season. Now, some fans gave him some flack, especially since how the season played out on defense. But remember at the time, I mean, no one knew what was going to happen with COVID, and with Pierce being at a higher risk with asthma and weighing about 350, like that's a vulnerable demo. So I don't blame him at all, frankly. But also there was some concern. Hey, especially all of us being stuck at home, it's kind of easy to put on a couple pounds, and also if you're a nose tackle, there's a big difference between being a 350-pound nose tackle and being a 400-pound nose tackle, and it's not good. It's not positive, but we got some good news. So our guy Doogie tweeted this up. Quote, had a great chat with Vikings defense tackle Michael Pierce. He has picked up CrossFit, weighs 349 pounds, which is less than 350. He had a nice talk yesterday with co-defensive coordinator Andre Patterson. Hopes to be able to get the COVID vaccine when he can and be up here in spring for OTAs. Also, he's been putting in that work on the gram, #rise and grind. So those are all very promising developments. And yeah, I think that it could be night and day, the Vikings run defense with Michael Pierce back in 2021. So let's talk about the pride of Sanford today. So Michael Pierce, 6 foot, 349. Let's go. Former 2016 UDFA from the aforementioned Samford. Spent 4 years with the Ravens. Was consistently great as a rotational nose tackle once he got some snaps in Baltimore, rotating in with Brandon Williams, and was even PFF's fifth highest graded defensive interior in 2018 at 90.8. Now, it's important to parse out nose tackle defensive interior and 3-tech defensive interior because, putting him in the same category as Aaron Donald, no, they got two different jobs. I mean, just because they have the same defensive tackle, defensive interior position, nah. But also, he's always been good against the run, which as a nose tackle you should be, with grades in the 80s and 90s in terms of stopping the run, 120 career tackles as well as 104 career stops. And also it's a good sign that he's in shape, putting in that work, plus him being in touch with Patterson. I'm going to get an idea what the scheme is going to look like next season. And also we talked about the dream of moving to a 3-4. Michael Pierce will be a perfect 0-tech in a 3-4. Put him in that nose, let him 2-gap, let him be modern day Vince Wilfork. And even if the Vikings don't go the full makeover 3-4 in base, which you play base like 25% of the time anyway. But if even if they introduce some elements of say like a 3-3 nickel or a 3-2-6 dime with Michael Pierce at the nose, that would be super interesting. Super intriguing, just trying to manufacture some sort of pass rush. But him back in shape, as well as him getting a vaccine since he is in a high-risk demo, it's understandable. And I think the Vikings defense would absolutely pull a 180, especially against the run. For as bad as they were this year, imagine what you can do when you drop a 350-pound, motivated, wanting to get after it nose tackle back in the middle of that defense, a guy who is not going to be moved back off the line of scrimmage 2-3 yards like we saw continually with Shamar Stephen and Julio Johnson. Frankly, I blame Spielman quite a bit for, after Michael Pierce opted out, not going out and trying to find something. They're just fine with Shamar Stephen, but no, could have got Snacks Harrison if he would have came here, but yeah, I digress. But we talk about Hunter coming back from his injury. Obviously is going to help out the pass rush, but Pierce 2-gapping in front of Eric Kendricks. I mean, Eric Kendricks was an all-pro last year with the Linval still has some tread on the tire, but he wasn't Linval, if you know what I mean. But imagine Eric Kendricks behind that Williams Wall 2.0 if the Vikings get a decent 3-tech in the building. Woo! God, love to see it. I'm really excited. Plus, I think he is underrated as a pass rusher as well. I think he does have some elements to his game that you really like. Maybe he could be, maybe not a true 3-down player, but you wouldn't necessarily feel bad about him in some short yardage 3rd-down spots. So, I mean, we'll see. Future bright Michael Pierce. It's great to get that update. He's been putting in that work. So, let's go. Let's go for 2021. Your thoughts? Michael Pierce, best shape of his life. Oh, that's coming, by the way. It's coming. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? We'll send the Venmo. But until next time, Skol production value.